gentlemen, welcome to Ariel Helwani's MMA Show.
Back in your life on this Monday, November 19th, 2018. Let me do that again because I don't think you heard it. Back in your life on this Monday, November 19th, 2018. Hello again, everyone. I'm Ariel Helwani. Welcome back to the program. Hope you had a lovely weekend on this pre-Thanksgiving Monday. We come to you from New York City. A loaded show once again. Much to discuss with many different people. UFC coming off their first ever show in Argentina, and it was highlighted by Santiago Ponzinibbio defeating Neil Magny. A nice performance out of him. Ricardo Lamas with a nice win. How about Johnny Walker's UFC debut? Very impressive as well. Lots of good performances on Saturday. I thought it was a nice show. Sure, it felt like it lasted 49 hours, but if you actually look at the performances, there were some good ones. And so we shall talk a little bit about that event with a couple people in particular. We're going to have an in-studio guest. We are on the road to Golden Boy MMA's very first mixed martial arts show, or maybe just Golden Boy Promotions, I should say. Chuck Liddell versus Tito Ortiz, number 3. That's going down this Saturday in Inglewood, up to no good, California. So there is much to discuss. I'm excited about today's show, and it is an honor to be doing today's show on November 19th, which I believe is the greatest night in MMA history. This is the 7-year anniversary of what I do believe was the greatest night in MMA history. November 19th, 2011, San Jose, California, UFC 139, main event, Shogun Rua versus Dan Henderson, number 1. In many people's eyes, the best fight in UFC history. And then across the country in Florida was Eddie Alvarez versus Michael Chandler 1. That was happening moments before the main event. I recall being in San Jose in the press room watching that Bellator main event and then going cage side to watch Hendo Shogun 1. Both fights of the year, contenders, happening within minutes of each other. A night that we will never forget. What a great time that was. And I can't believe that it was 7 years ago today, November 19th. That's insane. That's unbelievable. All right, what's going on today's program? We are talking to a bunch of different people. Like I said, we're going to have an in-studio guest. Let me run down today's lineup, and then we'll get to our first guest of the day. And once again, thank you to all of you for checking in, for stopping by, live.twitter.com/ESPN. Tell your friends. Also, thank you for downloading this if you're listening after the fact on iTunes, Stitcher, ESPN.com, the app. If you want to subscribe and like and rate, please. I've never asked you to do it, but if you want to do it, please, you can do it. All right, today's lineup. Daniel Kelly will stop by at 3:45. He's got a mission that he would like to see come to fruition mission come to fruition in February. So we'll check in with him at 3:45. 3:25, we'll talk to Chuck Liddell, who is 5 days away from returning to mixed martial arts. Curious how many pay-per-view buys they're going to get. They did knock down the price to $39.99. I would argue they should knock it down even more, but that's the latest in terms of the pay-per-view price tag. 3:05, we're going to be joined by his counterpart, Tito Ortiz. Talk about the trilogy fight and Golden Boy's first foray into mixed martial arts. Mike Perry will stop by at 2:50. Ray Borg has been through a lot this year. Someone said something to me last week. We were talking about Fighter of the Year. Someone said that Ray Borg's son, Anthony, should be the Fighter of the Year. And you know what? Obviously, different circumstances, but I 100% agree with that. That kid is a fighter. That kid is unbelievably courageous. If you have not been following Ray's tweets, Instagram, all that and more about what his son, what his family has been going through over the last few months, it is heartbreaking, but in some ways it's also very inspirational to see how they're handling it all, because I don't believe that I would be that strong as a parent. So I'm looking forward to talking to Ray, and he was supposed to fight last weekend in Denver. Unfortunately, that fight did not come to fruition, and going to get a health update from him as well. Ian Heinisch will stop by. He made his UFC debut on Saturday. Great win over Cesar Muchanch. And if you did not read his backstory, if you are unfamiliar with what this man has been through and what he has had to overcome just to get to the UFC, pretty incredible as well. A lot of inspirational stories on today's program. Roy McDonald will stop by. He has not talked since his loss to Gegard Mousasi back in October. Actually, it was very late September, September 30th, I think it was, or the 29th to be exact. So we'll get an update on him, see how he's feeling. At around 1:25, we're going to be joined in studio by the Florida boy, AJ Agazarm. He's got an announcement to make. If you're a BJJ fan, you are familiar with this individual. If you are someone who frequents Nick Diaz's Instagram account, you are familiar with this individual. If you are someone who is a amateur wrestling fan, you are familiar with him. Ohio State University, I'm sure you've heard of that institution. He's got an announcement to make. He's coming in studio in around 20 minutes to share that with all of you. However, we shall start today's program via the magic of Skype. There was only one proper way to do so. He was the man of the hour on Saturday night. All eyes were on Santiago Ponzinibbio, Argentina's own, who was fighting in the main event of the UFC's debut card in Argentina against Neil Magny. It could not have gone any better for him. He wins via TKO. A very strong performance from Santiago, and he is kind enough to be joining us right now via the magic of Skype. My friend Santiago, how are you?
What's up, Ariel?
What's up, my man? I'm doing great. Congratulations. Where are you right now, Santiago?
Nice, brother. I am perfect, man. I feel great. I'm in Buenos Aires right now, man, in my city.
Amazing. So you're just a couple of days removed from your UFC debut fight for the in front of your fellow countrymen, the UFC's debut card in Argentina. 2 days later, what does it feel like? Does it feel like a dream for you, Santiago, that you got this opportunity after leaving home, after being homeless, to fight at home in front of your countrymates? What was it like for you?
Man, I feel great. You know, I thought all 5 weeks, you know, this dream for me. This opportunity is amazing. You know, my history, you know, I work really, really hard for long years, always. I fight the visits, you know, I go for all parts in the world, in the house of other people, and this time I protect myself, you know. This was epic, man. It's amazing event. It's amazing energy to people. It's beautiful night, beautiful week. I enjoyed each minute this week. I enjoyed everything. My good way, my fight, everything's amazing.
I'm glad to hear that. By the way, Santiago, when did you leave initially? What year did you leave Argentina?
I back to America, or when I come in?
No, like I'm curious when you initially left Argentina, because my question is, if I would have told that man, go ahead. When did you leave?
I leave in 2008. 2008. Yeah. 10 years.
If I would have told that man back in 2008 that you'd be returning as a UFC fighter, headlining the very first show in Argentina, would you have believed me?
Yes, man. This is. It's crazy, you know. When I outside my country, man, I am young guy, big dream, but you know, all people think I'm a crazy guy. You know, I am very hungry, but I don't have money, I don't have contact, I don't have nothing. I moved to Brazil. All people say, "Oh, this guy is crazy. You moved to Brazil, no have money, no have nothing." But you know, only I have all my hair, you know, and this crazy, man. I back to Argentina for the best event in the world. I have the main event for a top opponent. You know, this a perfect moment, man. It's all hard work. It makes sense, you know. It's amazing, man. It's amazing.
Santiago,
really good energy.
We're going to call you on your phone because the connection isn't very strong. So we're going to call you so that I can hear you properly. Okay, Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, no problem. We're going to call Santiago because as much as I like to hear from the man, or see him, I should say. I can't really see him or hear him, so I want to rectify that. All right, in a matter of seconds, we're going to be rejoined by Santiago Ponzinibbio coming off that impressive win over Neil Magny. What a impressive performance out of Magny as well, in the sense that he just kept coming forward. I thought he was done in the first round, and it looked like his eye was bothering him. Initially thought maybe something happened. It appears as though it was a punch to the eye that really started to bother him, and I thought that he was on the verge of getting finished in the first round. It ends up being a fourth round KO by Ponzinibbio in the 2-minute and 36-second mark of the fourth round. Joined once again right now by Mr. Ponzinibbio. Santiago, are you there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
This is much better. Sorry, I was unable to really see and hear you, so I wanted to reconnect because I wanted to talk to you about this. What was the best part, Santiago, about headlining an event back home? What will stay with you forever about this experience?
Man, this is the craze, the most beautiful, I think, is the fans, the fans, the love. Is I can see the how much this sport get up. I walk to the street. All people know me. I go to the big soccer play in Boca River and River Plate the last weekend, the final de Copa Libertadores. Man, all people know me, man. A lot of recognize. I know the people here in Argentina know now where is the MMA, where is the UFC. It's, man, my country is proud of me, brother. I'm really excited about this everything. I work really hard, and I feel blessed, for living this moment in my country with my people. This is amazing, bro.
Did it feel different in the sense, like, did you feel more pressure because there was a lot of family, a lot of friends there? This whole card was built around you. Did you feel a little more nervous before the fight because of how much attention was on you going into it?
No, but, I stay outside the octagon for 11 months. It's a long time. I fight for 5 months, 4 months, I have injuries this year, I can fight. This is my first fight of the year. This is a really good opportunity for I come back to action for an epic event and great, opportunity. I fight a really tough opponent. This is amazing, but a lot of pressure for I not fight for a long time. But I was confident. And I trained really hard. I told in all this interview, I finished this guy. I'm ready for knockout Magny. And I know him stuff. It's no easy fight, but I know I have potential. I am ready for finish all guys, everybody, 170 pounds in the world, and this is. It's amazing. It's a great night, man. I'm really happy.
Were you surprised that he lasted as long as he did? I thought that he was going to be finished in the first round, ended up being the fourth. Were you surprised by that?
Fight is fine, No, everything is perfect in the moment the fight, man. In the start of the second round, he gave me with the head in my eyes and open my a cut in my eyes. I can see, man. I can see with my left eyes, I can see nothing. I was blind, and this I improve in the fight. I know I stay good. I take the distance. I have a really good strategy, I have a great team. We make a really good play for fight with Magny. Magny is not easy guy, man. Magny is not easy. Magny sometimes you think he just keep on and he put you on the floor. It's the third guy, the most victory in the history of UFC, This guy is tough. And I have a really good plan to fight with him, I know I need patience. I know I need to put pressure in the fight. Yeah, to do that. But I need to be careful, I need patience in this fight. For him, him is a smart guy, him is tough. Him have a lot of fight in UFC. He's an experienced guy, and I need to not rush, passion, and the injury in my eyes is a little bit more difficult, but I can improve in the fight. Yeah, I feel the knockout in the first round, and I to do that, man. This is amazing. I put on a show and dismantle him, no rush.
I would imagine that was the greatest moment of your career thus far, right? When you finished him, when you fell down in the fourth round and you were able to celebrate. I would imagine you've never experienced anything like that.
Man, I put a video in my Instagram. It's the best moment I live, man. It's a golden Messi. When I put the knockout over Magny, it's a golden Messi. It's, man, 15 people in the 15,000 people in the arena. It's amazing. It's big arena. And when I put the knockout over Magny, the people, wow, man, it's go to crazy. Wow, amazing. And energy is beautiful, man. I never forget this. And I think it's UFC love that. I think UFC back to Argentina. This country have a really good potential for athletics guy, for the circuit. The MMA is really, really, really good. No, the fight is really patient guys. It's amazing, man. In front of my family, my friends, my love. It's amazing, man. And we never forget that.
So I remember the last time that we had you on the show, you were very fired up about Rafael dos Anjos not wanting to fight you in Argentina. Now, obviously, you're very happy. You're in that post-fight glow, so to speak. What makes sense for you next, Santiago? What do you think honestly will happen? Because Tyron Woodley is going to fight Colby Covington. I know you said you wanted to fight him, but that's obviously who's next. What do you think will happen? What do you want?
Man, it's difficult. I know what is the happen for. It's no rules. What is the rules for the UFC? What is the rules for the title shot, or what is the rule for the ranking? You told me. You're a smart guy.
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I don't know either.
I beat a number 8 in the world in 82 seconds. After that, I beat a player who's coming well. In this moment, I stopped him. I beat a good guy. I take the answer feed for Chavez Strickland 15-0. I knock out a McGee, knock out Stahl. I knock out a lot of guys in never knock out, And, I don't know. I say number 10 in the ranking. Now I fight one more time, number 8, again. I finish again. I knock out again. I have 7 victories in a row, 4 knockouts. I don't understand. Tyron lost for Rory McDonald, then won 2 fights, and they got him for the title shot. This don't make sense, I have 15 fights for the company, 13 victories, 7 victories in a row, 4 knockouts. I am excited fight, always. I am excited fight, I put my head in all my fights. I give my 100%, not only in the fight, every day I push myself for the limit, and I have a great fight always. The fans like my style. I don't know what I need to do. I know for sure I am ready to the best. I know. You give me the opportunity to fight with Tyron Woodley, I finish him. I knock out him. I am ready, I opened a new event in my country with the pressure and expectation. I want for my people. That is something Tyron is not ready for, and that is something he will never do, Man, I am ready for everything, I like to go to the title shot. I know I am ready. I am ready for the title shot. I know that, if you give me a chance, I fight.
I seem to think that the winner of RDA Usman seems to me like the most, not so much logical, but the most probable choice. What do you think of that?
This is amazing, man. I can finish the both guy, I am ready for finish the both guy. Usman or Dos Anjos, I don't care, man. I finish the both guys. I don't have problem, man. This is a good fight. It's a good match. The both guys can fight in 2 weeks. I look at this fight. I have the broadcasting this fight. I'm patient, man. I am patient, man. I know I am ready. I know I am ready for the champion. I know I am ready for the best. No one will make history like me. I don't have problem, man. I take my time. I need to make one more fight. It's okay. I want one more fight. I don't have problem.
And have you ever trained with Tyron at ATT before?
No, I never trained with him. Never,
Okay.
never. If I stay in ATT for a long time, maybe 4 years, 5 years, I have for ATT 10 fights. And I never see Tyron Woodley. Just only one time that he only running. You know, I know he's not go too much to the ATT in Coconut Creek.
Okay. Okay. So what if Colby Covington wins? He is there a lot. Would that be a problem for you?
What? Repeat, sorry.
If Colby Covington wins the belt, he is at AT&T in Coconut Creek a lot. Would that be a problem for you to fight a teammate?
Sorry, the audio is good. I don't understand. Repeat, please. It's bad connection.
Colby Covington trains out of ATT, right? What if he wins the belt? Would you have a problem fighting him?
Yes, he fight. No, if I need to fight to Colby Covington, you ask him.
Yeah, would you have a problem fighting a teammate, ATT teammate?
No problem. No problem. Man, it's for the belt, man. It's for the belt. We need to fight, man. It's amazing. You know, No. I think it's for the belt. Makes sense. We will fight.
Okay. All right. And when do you want to return?
Yes. Man, I am ready, brother. I am ready. I think it's for the ready, maybe. You know, I am ready. I am waiting for that good. I'm ready for the UFC, man. I'm ready for the next step. I need to talk with my manager, but, you know, I am ready, man. I know no big injuries in this fight, just only good. This is quickly. I back to train, and I'm ready for the next, man. I'm ready for the next.
For now, you celebrate in Argentina.
Yes, I see my come with my people. I have, you know, a lot of media. The sport get up a lot. You know, this is amazing. World the street with my people, man. I feel great. I see a few days. I'm back to America, man. I have the broadcasting the fight, the Dos Anjos and Usman. December 30th, I have the broadcasting this fight, and December 1st, I back to in a few days to America.
Enjoy your time over there, Santiago. Very happy for you. I remember when we spoke for the first time and you talked to us about your journey and being homeless in Brazil and everything that you've had to sacrifice for you to come back home and win in front of your people like that and cement your place atop the rankings, whatever those rankings mean, however they're compiled in the UFC's 170-pound division is a very impressive thing. So congratulations and welcome back. We've missed you. It's been 11 months since you fought, as you just said. Very nice performance out of you. Congratulations.
Thank you, yeah, thank you for the good energy, man. Yeah, this is amazing. I am a hero here, you know. The people give me a lot of love, you know. I feel great. I feel great. Man, I'm ready. I have a lot of energy. I have a lot of energy for that, you know. I am the Argentinian. I'm ready for the next, man. I'm ready for the next. I'm excited to back to trains. And I'm ready for the title show. 2019, I am the next champion in the world.
Good luck. Thank you, Santiago. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you for your time, though.
All right, there he is, Santiago Ponzinibbio, the Gentiboa, as they call him. Big win for him. First fight back in 11 months, headlining the UFC's debut event in Argentina in front of his people. What a great moment for Santiago.